Right now, many communities are preparing to hold ceremonies for Remembrance Day. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, people across the country will pause for a moment of silence to remember those killed in the First and Second World Wars, as well as other conflicts and peacekeeping missions. Eric Fiano joins us live from the Burlington Cenotaph, where a vigil is being held as we speak. Good evening, Eric.
Hi, Taz. Yeah, all three Burlington cadets holding an overnight ceremony to commemorate Remembrance Day. There will be a guard stationed here at the Burlington Cenotaph behind me. The first guard just took their spot just before 6 o'clock, and there's a crowd here now, and they're just still holding their ceremony. Now, the cadet units involved include the 65 Iron Duke Royal Canadian Sea Cadets, the 2379 RHLI Royal Canadian Army Cadets, and the 715 Mohawk Royal Canadian Air Cadets. Now, guards will rotate in shifts throughout the night until the completion of the Burlington Legion service of remembrance, which is happening tomorrow morning. Now, there are multiple events like this one happening across our region today, and since Remembrance Day lands on Saturday this weekend, many schools took today to teach students about the sacrifices armed forces members have made for Canada. To the sound of bagpipes, students and faculty at Cathedral Catholic Secondary School in Hamilton remembered the lives of past students.
The history here at Cathedral is so remarkable. It dates back to 1912 when we opened, so there's students that not only fought in World War II, but also fought in World War I. 74 Cathedral students lost their lives fighting in the World Wars.
It's important to remind our current student body of the ultimate sacrifice that people have paid for our freedom.
The ceremony had veterans in attendance, including guest speaker Chief Warrant Officer John Pereira.
It was wonderful to hear his words and his experience in the Army and fighting for his country.
Meanwhile, at St. Margaret Mary Catholic School, students participated in a Remembrance Day ceremony and then took to the sidewalk carrying poppies that they made in class to hold a moment of silence.
We were doing an activity for Remembrance Day by taking a moment of silence for a few minutes outside. It's important because we remember those who have died in battle. They fought in the war for us.
Veteran and award-winning author Zig Misiak took part in the ceremony.
To be standing outside, you know, and they're walking by, they're nodding, some are shy and everything else too with the involvement. It was really, really touching. I was really touched, you know. I had tears in my eyes a couple of times there.
Misiak says it's important now more than ever to educate the younger generations.
We're losing veterans at a rapid rate, right? And it's important to know why we celebrate Remembrance Day. Clearly, we haven't done such a good job with the wars that are going on in the world right now, right? Never again, one of those things. But to see that the young kids here are involved and they seem to know what it's all about, you know, and that too, which is just heartwarming.
Now, as I mentioned before, guards here at the Burlington Cenotaph will be here all night to commemorate Remembrance Day. The crowd just dispersed, but you can see the guards standing there now. They'll have an hour each to stand here. They'll be here all night. You know, this is just one of many events that are going to be going on tomorrow for Remembrance Day, including one that you will be able to watch right here on CHCH News. Taz will have details on that.
Thank you so much, Eric. Eric Fiano. And once again, CHCH is proud to broadcast the Remembrance Day ceremony live and uninterrupted from the Canadian War Plage Heritage Museum. The broadcast gets underway at 10:30 a.m.